Welcome to KMVC News. I'm Cody Hohenberger. Former Valley head men's wrestling coach and current athletic director Mike Mockholtz was inducted into the Missouri chapter of the National Wrestling Hall of Fame in Stillwater, Oklahoma, receiving an award recognizing his lifetime service to wrestling. Mike Mockholtz has coached wrestling for more than 30 years. He is responsible for resurrecting the men's wrestling program at Valley in 1990, as well as making Missouri Valley the first four-year collegiate institution in the country to offer women's wrestling as a varsity scholarship program back in 1999. Mockholtz says he was in disbelief when receiving his recognition.
Well, first impressions were certainly gratification, honoring and a little bit embarrassing. Of course, there's part of the lifetime part of it, like, whoa, lifetime, that means that's a duration. And of course, I've been coach for 30 years, and it doesn't seem like 30 years.
Mockholtz was inducted into the MVC Athletic Hall of Fame back in 2004. As a coach, he has earned 3 national titles, produced 168 NAIA All-Americans, and 17 individual champions. One thing Mockholtz is most proud of in his career is witnessing the men and women he has coached grow as people and professionals. Former MVC wrestler Derek Bonsack, who now works as the Director of Financial Aid, says Mockholtz has impacted him more than just on the wrestling mat.
He's helped me grow as a person, as a man, and has really impacted how I am as a professional, as an employee, as a man, as a mentor for people, and as a father now.
Mockholtz says he is very excited for the future of his career and hopes to be able to use his position as athletic director to make an impact on all of the athletic programs on campus. Missouri Valley's search for its 14th president is now down to 3 candidates. Quincy University Vice President of Advancement Robert Wyatt, Central Methodist Vice President of Enrollment Management Joe Parisi, and Ferrum College President David Johns are visiting Missouri Valley during the week in November to meet faculty, staff, and students in various forums. Current Missouri Valley College President Bonnie Humphrey is retiring at the end of the academic year. Autumn in the Midwest means bonfires and hayrides, and as KMVC's Mark Rodriguez reports, for some Missouri Valley and University Missouri students, it was a religious experience.
Located on the corner of East Morrow and South Conway, the Bridge Ministry hosts worship nights in small groups, but Sunday night consisted of a hayride and a bonfire, which included food and hot chocolate. Trista Arnold, a Bridge member, says it's nice to come outside and do something.
Since we didn't have school because of fall break, we didn't have large groups, so we just decided to come out and have a fire, eat some hot dogs, just hang out.
Sunday nights usually consist of small groups and dinner, but because of fall break and the limited amount of mobile students, Scott Westfall, the leader of the Bridge, decided to invite his students from the University of Missouri's Bridge location to the bonfire. Arnold says it's nice to visit with the Mizzou students.
It's really cool. I like that we're close enough that we're able to come together and connect with not only students from our campus that are from everywhere, but also students from Mizzou, and just to get to hang out with them.
Once a Mobile student, Brooke Hutchinson transferred to the University of Missouri, but stayed with the Bridges program there. She says it's a good feeling to come back and visit during an outside event.
And then it's really fun whenever we get to come down here because there's a lot more and you get to just meet new people and hang out with the whole group.
The Bridge will also host events for holidays such as Thanksgiving and Christmas. Mark Rodriguez, KMVC News.
The Bridge's next holiday event is tentatively scheduled for Thanksgiving. The Missouri Valley College Mural Library hosted an art contest in October, allowing students a chance to have their art displayed in the mural library. KMVC's Kim Long reports.
The Missouri Valley College Mural Library announced the 2 winners of the art contest on October 25th. Laura Carroll describes the theme behind her artwork.
Since the theme was where your story began, I decided to show an old photograph of the Beatty Hall, since it's where almost every student at MVC story started, because it's one of the oldest buildings in campus. And I just decided to join one of the oldest photos of the Beatty Hall with another one.
Laura says it was very hard for her to find motivation to participate because she didn't know if she was good enough.
At first it was hard for me to participate because I was not sure if I was gonna be good enough. But then I just decided to do it. I got the inspiration. I just went for it and it turned out well. So
The mural library is going to display Laura's artwork in the library permanently, along with giving her a gift card. Kivian Long, KMVC News.
Since the construction of the Fletcher Center, Missouri Valley's Homecoming Bonfire has become a fireworks show. And KMVC's Laura Caro reports on the big burst at the finale that became the talk of campus.
Every year during homecoming, fireworks shine over Missouri Valley campus. This year, staff organizers decided to surprise the students through a big fireball. For the international ones, it's not common to see this type of pyrotechnics. Because of that, a lot of students didn't know what happened in that moment.
So I knew the fireworks were planned, but not the explosion, and when it happened, I felt the heat from it and it surprised me a bit.
A lot of uncertainty existed between students. Some of them wondered if something had exploded and even started running towards the fireworks to see if somebody had been injured.
I didn't get surprised, but I saw all the other faces that they got in shock.
At the end of the night, students finally discovered that everything had been planned, and thanks to that, now they know about this big phenomenon, which is the fireball. Laura Quero, KMVC News.
The fireball was a new addition, but now students are on the edge of their seats wondering if it is going to occur in future homecoming pep rallies. 15 Missouri Valley football seniors made their way onto Greg Mitchell Field for their final home game, a game against rival Central Methodist. Missouri Valley marched 65 yards in 6 plays and into the end zone on an 8-yard Jeremiah Bryant run to open the game. Bryant ran 25 times for 185 yards in that score. But that was it for the Valley offense. The Vikings had a 9-7 lead late in the fourth. CMU scored with 2.5 minutes remaining. Missouri Valley's final drive ended in an interception. The Eagles get their first win of the year with a 14-9 victory. The Vikings fall to 0-3 in the Heart of America Conference play and 3-6 overall. The Heart of America Conference named Missouri Valley's Sam Green as the Offensive Player of the Week on October 24th for his scoring burst to close the season. KMVC's Zaire Harden reports on how Green is finding his stride as the Vikings push towards the postseason.
Sophomore forward Sam Green was named the Hearts men's soccer Offensive Player of the Week last week and is getting recognition that he deserves. Forward Sam Green talks about the feeling for receiving that honor.
It feels very good, yeah. It's good to get some recognition. There's been a few weeks where I thought I could have possibly won it, but it didn't happen, so I had to stay patient, and it's finally come. But it shows that the hard work's paying off, and yeah, it's good.
Green gets his first career hat trick against Graceland, and the pair goes against Benedictine. Forward Sam Green also talks about the mindset of the moment before scoring their goals against Graceland and Benedictine.
Well, both games were very close, so we sort of needed a goal, and I thought that I needed to up my game a little bit and step up when the team needed me, and luckily I did in both games, and yeah, got both wins.
Green wants to keep improving himself as a person and for the team to lead them to victories and get a national ring. Zaire Harden, KMVC News.
Green's 13 goals leads the team, and he also leads in assists and total points. Green won the award for a second consecutive week on October 31st. The Heart also named Rina Kanami from the Viking women's team as the league's Defensive Player of the Week on the 24th. The Missouri Valley men's soccer team could clinch the second seed in the Heart Conference postseason tournament with a win against Culver Stockton. But because of Central Methodist and William Penn tied in their contest, the game against the Wildcats also meant a share of the conference regular season title was at stake. In the game's 36th minute, the Wildcats were whistled for a foul in the box, and Valley's Sam Green converted the penalty kick to give the Vikings the lead. That was Green's 12th of the year. In the opening seconds of the second half, Culver Stockton is once again called for a foul in the box. Once again, it's Sam Green for Valley. Green gets number 13. Valley held that 2-goal lead and won a share of the regular season conference title and clinched the 2 seed in the conference tournament. Missouri Valley hosts William Penn on November 5th. The Vikings beat the Statesmen 3-1 in Oskaloosa, Iowa in early October. The time of the game is still to be determined. The Missouri Valley women's soccer team also had a 2 seed on the line in its match against Culver Stockton, while the Wildcats needed to win to make the conference tournament. Missouri Valley's Miriam Aldebo gave the Vikings a 1-0 lead off the throw-in. In just 1 minute 4 seconds later, Aldebo tallied for her second of the game on the pass to Ashley Erebus. That's Aldebo's fourth of the year. Still in the first, Helena Talbot scored a loose ball in the box. The Vikings added one in the second half, get their record 10th conference win of the year, and clinched the 2 seed in the Hart tournament with the 4-0 win. Missouri Valley hosts Baker on November 4th in the Hart quarterfinals. The Vikings beat the Baker Wildcats 4-2 in the late September in Baldwin City. Missouri Valley's soccer seniors also celebrated their last regular season games inside Volney C. Ashford Stadium. KMVC's Kevion Long reports on the celebration of athletes who have helped make Viking soccer experience in the NAIA tournament a yearly event.
Missouri Valley College women's soccer team kicked off senior day with a conference win against Culver Stockton College. Senior women's soccer player Morgan Dirks described what it means to be a senior at Missouri Valley College.
The first thing I think of is community, because everyone here is so supportive of one another. All the teachers, you can go to them for help if you need anything. We have a really diverse, people from all over the world and people from all over our country as well.
Dirk says her favorite moment from senior year has been homecoming so far and defeating Mid-America Nazarene University.
Probably homecoming, especially this year, because it's always fun. We have the torch run and we have our soccer players running it.
Senior men's soccer player Steven Milosevic described what it means to be a senior at Missouri Valley College.
It's a recognition to have. It's for me to say when I finish. I'm a Viking at heart. I finished here. I graduated as a Viking. I'll be Viking my whole life.
Milosevic says that his favorite moment so far from his senior year is winning the conference championship. Kevion Long, KMVC News.
The soccer team celebrated senior day by defeating Culver Stockton and earning at least 2 more home games for postseason play. Basketball season is here, and the Missouri Valley women's team finds itself a little bit more attention on its conference. KMVC's Mark Rodriguez reports on the team's higher expectations from inside and outside the program.
After a 17-12 season last year, the Missouri Valley Vikings women's basketball team is ranked 5th in the Heart of America Athletic Conference preseason poll. Coach Ben Lister is in his 2nd season as the head coach for the Vikings. Lister says it's based on last year and how they played that brought them a good preseason ranking.
I think it speaks a lot to the players that we have coming back and the season that we had with going 17-12.
Lister says he is thrilled to be ranked near the top, but there is a difference in mindset whenever expectations are low versus high.
It's a different mentality when you're expected to have success versus not expected to have success. So we'll see how we handle the expectations, but it is something to be proud of.
Playing for Moval for all 4 years, senior Brecken Entrilo says her mindset is changing others' minds.
Well, I feel like a lot of us are super determined to continue to prove everyone wrong that ever doubted us in the past.
Entrilo says that they aren't going to be comfortable being top 5 in the conference because they have a target on their back, but she says that people shouldn't take them lightly.
We are a threat in this conference, and that people shouldn't take us not seriously, they should take us serious.
This is Lister's highest conference ranking as head coach, and he says it's a good feeling. Mark Rodriguez, KMVC News.
The Vikings' first game is Friday against Bethany College in the St. Mary's Classic in Leavenworth, Kansas. The Missouri Valley men's basketball team begins its season on Wednesday, and a look ahead of the men's team is next week on KMVC News. That's all for this week. I'm Cody Hohenberger. Thanks for watching.